Hi everyone, welcome back. If you do not know, my name is Devin. Here on my channel I cover all things beauty. That includes makeup, fragrance, and designer here and there. If you think that is something you'd be interested in, then I hope you stay and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you're notified every week when I upload. Today's lip combo is going to be obviously another nude. So first we're going to go ahead and start off with this really old elf lip liner. Now this is from the retro something collection. It does not have a name on here, and I think this is the second to last darkest, but it's basically just, you know, your average dark brown. And then on top of there I have my MAC Creme de Nude, and I love this lipstick, so that is my lip. And then on top, back at it again this week with the MAC see-through lip gloss. Y'all, I'm upset. Try my best not to tire you guys out with that, but I know I'm going to be wearing this one a lot. And in today's video, you guys, we are talking about some of my favorite Marshmallow fragrances, you guys. Marshmallow is definitely one of my favorite notes. And honestly, you probably have already seen a lot of these fragrances in a lot of other people's videos because they are just phenomenal. But if you guys are interested and want to hear my thoughts and my opinions on some of these beautiful fragrances, then just keep on. All right, you guys, so like I said, you have already probably seen a lot of these fragrances in some people's videos because, like, I follow some amazing people and I have a lot of the same taste as a lot of them. I have seen people do this like video before, but who I recently watched on here was Cree. I seen her do this video and it inspired me to want to do it as well. So the first fragrance that I have to talk to you guys about is, of course, the brand new Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow. You guys, this has stolen my heart. This fragrance has truly stolen my heart. Like, I cannot believe how amazingly good this fragrance is. Now, when I first got it, I did like this fragrance, but I love this fragrance. It has macerated and done something just amazing. It is like this beautiful, sweet, creamy, strawberry, marshmallowy, fluffy type of fragrance, and I am head over heels obsessed with this. I always buy majority of my Kayali's in the bigger bottle in the 1.7 fluid ounce. Okay, I just do. That's just the size I always go for. But they have it in a 100 ml bottle, if I'm not mistaken. You guys, I want that 100 ml bottle so bad. I want it so bad because I just know that I am going to go through this between spring and summer. Like, this is definitely going to be one that I want to pull out because it is absolutely delicious. And I also feel like this is a great layering fragrance as well. My Valentine's Day fragrance with some other stuff, and you guys, I love it. My husband loves it. He compliments me every single time I wear it. And I just feel like it has slowly grown into one of my top 5 Kayali fragrances. I'm going to be doing another Kayali ranking video sometime soon, but obviously I have a few Kayalis in here, okay? So my next Kayali that I'm going to have in here is one I absolutely love as well. I used to hate this one, but it has grown on me so much, and this is the Kayali Yum Pistachio. So this is obviously another one with the marshmallow note in here. Now this is not a super marshmallow forward type of fragrance, even though it has marshmallow in here. It's more of a creamy pistachio gelato type of fragrance, more of an ice creaminess, but I do get a sweet fluffiness to this as well. I still like the pink one over this one, but this is her sister counterpart, so you definitely can wear the two together, and I cannot wait to combine these two together because I know this is going to smell like a dream. But I really ragged on her when she first came out and disliked her so much, but y'all, she has grew to be one of my favorites as well. I really enjoy this fragrance, and obviously that marshmallow note is so bomb. And then the very last Kayali that I have to share with you is a Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. The marshmallow isn't as prominent in this one, but it's definitely there. This one is so pretty. I have her dupe on my fragrance tray for this month if you guys have not watched. Yeah, I really enjoy this one as well. This one is very different for me. I get a lot of that violet note in here. It's super sweet and candied like. It's more candied like than marshmallowy, but it still has a little bit of like fluffiness somewhere in the background. But it's so sweet, and I love a sweet fragrance. And Kayali is known for her sweet fragrances. She has a new fragrance coming out, and that bottle looks absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to smell that one. Into some Killian fragrances, because y'all know Killian is also the queen of Marshmallow. Okay, and the very first one that we have to start out was the OG, and this is Princess. Y'all know this already has a long name, but we're gonna just call her Princess. This is the OG bottle. If I'm being completely honest, I hate this bottle. I hate the way it looks, but the juice in here is like superb. It has a really nice fluffy sweetness to it, but this one has that green tea in here, and I really enjoy the green tea note in here. So I feel like the marshmallow is not the most prominent note to me, but you can tell it's something really sweet and fluffy in here. But it's a very beautiful fragrance. I have had this for years, but y'all know they changed the packaging and it's now in a more square bottle, which I like the way that one looks way more than this. But she's the OG, so it's really hard for me to use her up. I've heard kind of like mixed reviews on the newer bottle. They say it don't smell exactly like the OG bottle, so that's kind of what is making me kind of keep this one. But yeah, this is definitely a very beautiful fragrance as well. Sticking with Princess, this is the Princess Eau Fresh, and again, very similar to the original Princess, but this one is fresher. This one is more green. I don't know if it's a little bit more citrusy. To me, it's not as heavily fluffy marshmallowy as that one, but it's still something really sweet about this one. But I just feel like this is definitely the more spring summer version of that Princess. This is the one that you can wear, you know, during those really hot seasons. I have put her in one of my videos in the past, and I really enjoy her, but I cannot wait to pull her out and play with her a little bit more towards the spring. This is definitely one of my more favorite spring summer fragrances, so you definitely will see her in the future, but I love this one as well. Moving on to the very last Killian I have. This is the one that most people talk about when they talk about Killian. This is Love Don't Be Shy. Okay, this is not the original bottle. I think the original bottle was black, and then they revamped it, and then we have this one. But you guys, I have had this for years now. This was one of my very first very sweet, fluffy, candied like fragrances. I do have a couple dupes of this or things that are very similar to this, but I wanted to, you know, put the OG in here and just strictly talk about her, because this is the one to me that has started all the rage for those type of fragrances, and she's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my liquid in here is so dark now. It's very red. This is not something that you want to spray on white clothing. It will stain, so you know, be aware of that when your juice gets this dark. Like, you don't want to get this. Like, I would never spray this on what I have on now because it would stain it. But this one is so good. This one is the true epitome of sweet fluffiness. Like, everything, you get every bit of marshmallow in here. This is probably one of the stronger marshmallow notes I have outside of the Kayali Bougie. That one is really strong in the marshmallow note as well, but this one is the strongest one of the strongest marshmallows that I have in my collection, and she has been in my collection for years now. She's an OG for a reason. I love this one. Highly recommend her. 1,000 dupes out here for this, but it's nothing like the OG. So yeah, this will always be one of my favorite fragrances from the House of Killian. All right, now something very similar to the Killian is going to be a more expensive fragrance. It is the very first fragrance I have got from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is Oriana. I got this a couple years ago. I don't wear her all that often because I don't know, she's just so expensive. What, 3 something now? I don't know. The Killian is probably expensive as well. I think it's either 1 something, 2 something, but this one is definitely in the $300 range. I almost forgot how much of a fluffy marshmallow note that this one has as well. It is very similar to the Killian. I have to say they are very, very similar, but they're a little bit different. They are a little bit different, but they are very, very similar. Do you need both of these in your collection? Honestly, probably not, because they have such a very similar DNA. Both of them are very, very fluffy marshmallow, sweet, candied type of fragrances. So I don't think you need both. I think you should just pick one or the other. But this is a very, very gorgeous bottle, and I really enjoy some of the fragrances from Parfums de Marly, and I think there's 1 or 2 more that I want to add to my collection. Yeah, guys, this is definitely another beautiful fragrance. On to the next 3. Now, these are all very affordable fragrances. This first one is going to be by Sabrina Carpenter, and this is Sweet Tooth. This is the original Sweet Tooth. This was probably my favorite. It's the one obviously I had first. I have done a video on this a long time ago. If I can remember, I'll link it. But I love this fragrance. This one is very sweet, marshmallowy too, but this one is very vanilla forward. It's almost like not chocolatey, but it's not like sweet candy. It's more of a really creamy, fluffy vanilla, like a candy bar. Maybe, you know, a vanilla candy bar of some sort, but it's definitely not sweet like the other ones. It's not like quite like the Killian or the Kayalis. It's not like any of those. I love the vanilla in here. I want to say, does this have caramel in here as well? I don't know, but it's something very sweet in here outside of the vanilla and the marshmallowy-ness, but it just helps. I love this one. It's so pretty, and I feel like she doesn't get enough love. All right, this next one is one that I got from Zara, and obviously it's from Zara. It's affordable. I want to say this is still available. This one is an older bottle from like years ago. This is Rose Marshmallow Candy. Now, this is very similar to the Killian Love Don't Be Shy Oriana range. It's not exact, but I think this is supposed to kind of be duping the Killian Love Don't Be Shy. So if you kind of want to smell something very similar to that, I think this would be perfect. This one is not as strong. It's not as long lasting. Again, the juice is very, very dark. Would not spray this on my clothes, but it's really, really cute, very pretty. Again, it's in that Killian Love Don't Be Shy range. It's just not as heavy, as strong. So yeah, I love this one as well. The last fragrance we have is from Demeter Fragrance Library, and this one is just called Marshmallow. Okay, I don't know that I've heard anyone talk about this one. I've had this for a very long time. I don't even know if they make this packaging anymore. I got this so many years ago, but y'all, this is truly a marshmallow scent. This is just fluffy, sweet marshmallow. If you want to add some marshmallowness, some sweetness to anything that you probably have in your collection that does not have a marshmallow note, this is perfect. This is a perfect layering fragrance for sure. I don't think I've ever even talked to you guys about this, but I used to use this a lot and layer it. I know it looks like I haven't used it that much, but I promise I have used this a ton. What do you need a lot for? But this one is beautiful. It is just marshmallow. If you're looking for something that is just a straight marshmallow note, this is your girl. Okay, this is your girl. So yeah, you guys, that is it. Those are all my favorite marshmallow fragrances. If you guys want me to do a fragrance mist version of this, let me know. I can do that for you guys. I kind of just gotta go through them. I started to just do one and add them into this video, but the video will be way too long. So if you do want to see that, let me know. I'll do a part 2 and just do the fragrance mist. I do have a couple other one-off videos in mind. I have been seeing people do this, and I have been wanting to do it for a long time, and I keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I never do it. So I'm glad I went ahead and decided to do it today. I do have one coming up that has maybe some strawberry or some cotton candy, because y'all know for spring and summer we love a good sweet fragrance, and right now strawberry is all the rage. But I want to try out a couple other strawberry fragrances before I make that video, but I do have a couple in my collection that I absolutely will be adding, as well as some cotton candy fragrances, because those are some of my favorite notes. It's something very sweet. So yeah, you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye guys.